Hey everybody, hope you're having an outstanding day today. And we're finally starting to get some warmer weather. The rain's laid off here a little bit. So today, we just fed Niles this morning, kind of calmed him down a little bit. And we're going to take him outside. I'm going to show you guys how I get his harness on him and whatnot. And get him out there and let him run around a little bit. And we're going to talk about him as we go. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Intrepid Exotics. Whether you're a lifelong keeper or just getting started, help us encourage responsible keeping, conservation, and public education in the interest of keeping our reptiles safe and healthy as we protect them for future generations. You're invited to spend time with us as we experience these awesome animals together on Intrepid Exotics. Oh, buddy, what you doing? Bud? Niles. Let's go outside. There we go. He knows what time it is. Hey, bud. You gonna come out and play? Yeah, he's a good boy. Come on up there. Now, especially with my new work schedule being the way it is, he doesn't get quite the attention that he should, but it is really important that I get him outside when I can and get him some exercise. So we're going to get him. And it's really not too hard getting him into this. He does really good. Come on, buddy. There you go. There you go. That's a good boy. And he's been growing so quick too that got to keep letting this thing out a lot. But if you're just nice and slow with him, he'll do good for you. Come on, buddy. That's a good boy. Alright, so he's all set. I'm going to go ahead and get him outside and let him run around a little bit. Now you can see he's really on point out here. He does pretty good once he gets out, but you know, just starting for the season. He got out a lot last year, but of course not coming outside all winter long, kind of a new experience for him, you know, especially as he's changed so much over the course of that time. You know, as these guys grow up through adolescence and so forth, they can you know, their demeanor and their attitudes and things like that can change quite a bit. But I think any lizard this big, you've definitely got to be prepared to get him out, let him get some exercise, wander around, keeps our mind working, and yeah, it's just so much healthier for him. And even still, with him being just a little bit gun shy and, you know, really alert with everything that's going on, that kind of stimulation is so healthy for these guys. And everything that's going on out here, he's paying attention to. And of course, this would probably be a little bit better if I had somebody else out here filming this for me. But I try and catch him as close to his natural state as I can. And he's okay with me. I spend enough time with him to where he feels comfortable, you know, out walking around with me and having me towering over him. But about the second anybody else comes out here, he tends to get a little bit defensive, really wary of other people. So we're still working on that. And hopefully by the time the summer's over with this year, now that he's had a chance to mature a little bit, I'm pretty sure all this interaction, if we can do this pretty regularly, is really going to have a really positive impact on his demeanor as a whole. Probably going to help him to calm down a whole lot, be a little bit less weary of, you know, people and other things that are going on. But I do know I really enjoy my time out here with this guy. And you can see he walks right beside me, doesn't stress about anything. Yeah, he picked up on some bird scat there. Uh-oh. Now he's gonna start hunting. My little bloodhound. This is such a good chill posture for him to be in out here. Legs all sprawled out. Yeah, he's still pretty alert. He's paying attention to what's going on out here. Thanks, buddy. All the birds and the motion out here, and of course we're not too far from the street, so any little sound, anything that comes up, he is tracking everything. Okay, right, buddy. Oh, I guess we're moving again. So you guys can see I've got his harness on kind of loose, and that's not his primary, you know, that's not the primary thing that I'm really going to use to control him with. I try to just have this leash and the harness here as, you know, the last resort in case something happens and he really gets scared or something and decides to bolt. But you want to try and make this whole experience and he sees somebody, so he's getting his head down now. But you want to make this whole experience as natural for him as possible. You don't drag him around by the leash or anything like that. And this is a really good sign with him too. You know, this is times that you don't get when they're in their enclosures all the time. And you know, you can see he's really relaxed. You know, the back legs are all splayed out and so forth. And now he's moving on again. You can see he is just so keyed in on everything that's going on out here. What are you doing, buddy? And this is one of his favorite things. Find his way out here to the stream. What do you see, buddy? Huh? We just had some rain, so this little stream right here has got a little bit in it. And this is one of the things about keeping reptiles, man, that's really cool is, you know, it's good to get them, you know, as close to their natural behavior as you can. You know, we understand these guys are all captive bred and whatnot, or, you know, captive kept. Some of them aren't captive bred. But, you know, when you see and you have, you know, when you have interactions like this, or I'm standing over here, I'm traipsing through the grass next to him and stuff like that, and he's just so comfortable with my presence that, you know, he's still just snooping around and almost ignoring me and just kind of paying attention to everything that's around him and exploring and stuff like that. I mean, I can, you know, probably edit this leash out of there and have this be exactly what he would look like in the wild. Just cruising around, looking for food, checking stuff out. Get right, buddy. And hopefully one of these days I'll get moved to a more secluded place so we don't have to listen to the vehicles driving by all the time. But it is what it is for now. We make do. And this is the kind of real life stuff that I just love coming out here to do with him. I mean, this is about as close to being in his natural environment as he can get. Just roaming around, checking stuff out, doing a little hunting. And this summer I'm going to be getting a pool out here for him as well. So he'll have a nice big area once the water warms up in there for him to just get in, swim around. And you can see him down here, just on point. Nile monitors, they're an African monitor. And, you know, unlike, say, an Asian water monitor over there, you know, there's not too many things they have to worry about. And they're larger, too. Niles are probably the third or fourth largest monitor lizard. But they're native to Africa. And, of course, in Africa, he's got a lot more things to worry about than they do over there. Had a really nice talk with Rob Faust, really knowledgeable guy. One of the things that he pointed out is that you know, these guys are naturally a little bit more defensive, a little bit more on point, simply because they are a little bit smaller and they live in a little bit more dangerous environment than the Asian water monitors do. And he's wanting to get back into the water and roll on. So let's go see what he wants to do. You know, and when I got him out here like this, yeah, I try my best to let him just kind of go wherever he wants to. You know, there's a lot of times when I'll have to pick him up and carry him back over. Today he kept wanting to go back into the house a lot, so I spent a lot of time carrying him back and forth, and he never put up a fight to speak of, but just carrying him around, handling him a little bit. Yeah, got a couple good scratches on me, but there's really nothing we can't handle with this guy. What do you want to do, Niles? Huh? Where you want to go, buddy? I just love watching him. He's just so inquisitive and alert. Always has his eye on everything that's going on. You're doing good. That's a good boy. As you are. He does it. Relax there, bud. And you can really see his body language too as he's moving around out here, just so inquisitive. He has so much more stimulus out here than he does in his enclosure. And times like these are just invaluable, and they actually help build a relationship with you and the lizard too, because you know he's out here in a strange environment, and you know I'm the only real familiar thing out here right now. So you know he may get a little huffy from time to time and stuff like that, but once he gets out, I've never had any problem with him trying to run away or fight me on a leash or anything like that. He generally keeps his same demeanor, and you know, he doesn't have any problem, oddly enough, with me walking kind of towering right next to him all the time. Which is of course really good, and that helps with handling when he's in his enclosure too. Hey buddy, what you doing? Huh? You digging some outside time? Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time out there with him today and let you guys see us just kind of cruising around. And you've heard me say before about keeping a spray bottle of Listerine around. Use it to clean enclosures with. You can use it to get a snake to release if you end up getting a mistake food response or something like that. And I use it a lot with Niles. You could see how kind of chill he was today. And even still, you know, he's over 5 feet long. Then those claws will just handling him will, you know, they will mess you up. So I always, every time I get done handling him, I come back in here, end up having to hose myself off with some disinfectant, clean everything off there. But I'll tell you what, interacting with him and having that time just roaming around and seeing him exploring around outside, it's worth every single scratch you get. And it always looks worse than it really is. You can't even hardly see anything anymore. But it's something that you guys have all got to be prepared for if you're going to be, you know, keeping monitor lizards and things like that. And, you know, you're going to have to take them outside. You're going to have to take them out for some kind of enrichment. And you know, you can get him tamed down pretty good. I'm really hoping that this summer we're going to see him progress quite a bit, because I want to spend a whole lot of time with him out there. And you know, more interaction is of course going to be a little bit better for him. He's going to start to mellow out a little bit. Plus he's getting a little bit older too. So I'm going to go upstairs and get some dry clothes on. I'm going to start working. I've got a 4-day weekend. So I'm getting this out, and I've got another one I'm going to start working on tomorrow as well. So we'll see you guys next time on Intrepid Exotics.